Hi, she's Trixie, and I'm Sarah, and this is Our Yarn World, a place we come to share the love of yarn crafts and all that it gives us and what we hope it gives you. We're on episode 187 today.
Yes.
And we have so many fun things to share, and I'm really even excited for just the quote that we have for you today for the end. There's so much to be thankful for with what we're sharing today. It really shows the versatility of the crafts that normally we share with, such as like knitting or crochet, and how versatile and how that can actually spill over to other things, how that same idea of bringing things together and being able to have be sparked for new ideas can go so far, right? Because when you start getting the taste to create, you are going to want to do it all. And I am going to be sharing that, and my mom will be sharing that. So buckle in and just enjoy a very colorful video, because we have so many colors today.
Yeah. So last week I showed you that I made a list of all the things I wanted to get done. Well, I was able to get all the seatbelt covers done. I will show you canyons in just a moment. I have made everybody's dangles and sun catchers except canyons, but I have all the things in, and I will show you how I organize everything for that. And I have bought the thing for the birthday, and I'm going to paint it and decorate it. And
we have little ears,
yes,
right on outside of the video that we'll hear, and one of them is the birthday queen. So we have to be suspicious.
So
yeah,
it is. Let me just spell it out for you.
Yeah, are you sure?
Mirror. She wanted one, and so the frame I'm going to
big
paint.
Wall one.
Yes, I'm going to paint and then decorate, bling it up, and she's going to be so excited.
She's been doing everything with her hair, and assembling her outfits has become a daily ritual. I mean, you would think, okay, yeah, that's what you do every single day, but for her, it is a pride and joy.
Yeah.
She is truly just so fantastic. I love her.
Yeah. And then I have not started any of the Afghans yet, but as the year gets cooler, that's when blankets start coming back to my world, and I love making them because it's cooler and you can cover yourself as you're making it.
On top of it, I mean, let's think about this for you. You can make a blanket normally within about a week's time. So you just need it to be cool, and you need 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be done. You're not going to be waiting for Christmas.
So with that, now I can show you that, okay. For Canyon's seatbelt covers, I was able to make one for Sarah's car, one for our car, but I made it out of Bernat Mosaic in the colorway Waterfall. And so it's a, I can't think of the word. It just... Yeah, it's an ombre that goes from one color to the next, and I paired it with white.
Yeah, it's in greens.
Yeah, greens and blues, and so
that's cool.
Yeah, so he loves greens and blues, and so that's what we're doing for him. Now, as well as his, I'm going to show you his sun catcher stuff.
I just didn't want nothing to get knocked over as well.
I found this felt box at Dollar Tree for $1.25.
Love this thing.
And it is the best thing for beads. It catches everything. It doesn't. You can't go wrong with it. It's just a perfect size. I put my tools into it. What I do is I put everything that I need for the project into this thing, and then I have everything right there, and either I can sit at the table or sit in my chair, or sit on the couch with a TV tray, whatever I want to do. And this thing has got everything that I need for the project in it, and I can just go to work. And so for the sun catchers, I usually use a bangle, and he likes gold. This kind of looks a little bronzy, but it'll still work for him. I've got the wire. That's 24 gauge wire. It's easier to wrap with. I've got the
prism.
Yes, the prism. And I've got all his little beads and stuff. But I've also got the lobster claw that has the motion on the bottom, so that it can just swing and spin and do what it needs to do.
Gonna make him so happy.
So that's where all of his projects things are. And I can't really show you, but the beads are in here too. And so I will put that away. I have been working on my cousin Tammy has a birthday coming up. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. That just got caught on my finger. So, but I made her a dangle. Now, she loves pinks, but she also loves fancy shoes. She said she loves heels. She loves pink hearts. So do I. She loves the beach. She loves like glass or sunglasses. She lives in Florida. She loves fancy clothes and dresses, and
she's into fashion.
Yeah. So, but she just recently found out she had breast cancer, so I did also put breast cancer awareness ribbon on it. And so she has all the different kind of, she's got the pink heart, she's got the fancy shoe. Well, I can't hardly show you this. They're so tiny. The purse. Oh, she loves purses. That was on her list. I have a sand star. I have sunglasses. I have a cell phone because she is on her cell phone all the time. She owns her own business. And so, yeah, this is the one for her. She loves golds and pinks.
This is a woman who, okay, we live in Michigan. This is where we all originate.
This is where my cousin originated too.
Yes. And she told my mom all throughout growing up, I'm going to live in New York City. I'm going to live in New York City.
And you know how that started? We watched Sesame Street when it first came out. And ever since she saw Sesame Street and that it was in New York, she wanted to live in New York.
And then for almost all of her adult life, she's lived in New York except for maybe the last 10 years.
It was less than that.
Maybe?
About the last maybe 6 years.
Okay. Well, anyway, she lived in New York, and so fashion, just vibrancy, just the character that is that town. You can definitely tell that she thrived.
Yeah.
And that was her thing. Now she lives in Florida. She's by the beach. She is enjoying her life as a business owner. And honestly, couldn't be more proud. She is just she's so ambitious. And when she has her mind set on something, she does it and she achieves it. And it's so fun to see that creativity.
Well, not only that, when 9/11 happened, I was the first one to be able to get a hold of her when 9/11 happened. And I was able to tell her mom and her brother that she was still doing well, that she wasn't in any of the buildings or anything like that. Because she was living in New York at the time. So, anyway, I made her also a sun catcher. And because she likes pinks and golds, that's what I did it in. And so this will hang on her car mirror and reflect the sun of Florida and reflect all over her car and make her happy. So I think that's very pretty. And then for Olivia, I made last night a special sun catcher. Now,
Watch your show, Libby.
we had gone to
A secondhand store.
Restore,
Yeah.
and we found a fan pole. You know, the fan poles that you can get
Yeah.
are on the balls and chains, and you pull on it and it turns your fan on, or your light, or whatever it is. Well, I took the ball and chain off it and I put it into the circle. And so this one is a dolphin, if you can see it. And I don't know if you can. We might need something darker behind it.
Here, just a second. This might not be darker, but it's matte. Just try. Kind of. Here, maybe darker
So-
is necessary. Here, try this. Nope.
Anyway, so there's a dolphin in the middle. I think she can see it now. I think they can see it. And then she wanted blue beads, and so she likes blue and silver. And so I also added the dangles at the bottom because it looks like waves or splashes of water. And so it's going to be very special for her. It's also on one of the movement keychains, so it's going to be able to move and do what she needs it to do.
I love it all.
Don't that look like water splashes?
Well, you know what that is actually, right? They were supposed to be, I think they're supposed to be like grape earrings.
Oh, yeah.
They're supposed to look like grapes.
So-
But yes, they do look like water splashes.
So this is
It's
for
pretty.
her, and
It's like opal, or like, very like oil spill
Yeah.
looking, where it has every single time you look somewhere different, it will show different, almost like pearl inside of a shell.
Yeah.
Like that
Like
reflective.
opalescent.
Yeah.
and the grand finale.
I'm so excited.
Sarah asked,
I commissioned,
yes,
A-
for a Halloween
and I did
dangle.
I paid for
Yes.
this. Just so we're clear. Just
Yes.
because she's my mom doesn't mean that I don't pay for stuff from her.
So I made her a Halloween dangle. Oh, by the way, the Christmas dangle went off with a great success.
Yes, my best
With
friend was so
great
excited.
success.
She needed it so.
I made this as a specialty as well. So each one of the beads is special to and specific to the dangle, or the charm that's at the bottom. So we have like the hat. Let me find some special ones.
Pumpkin.
She just found a pumpkin. Okay.
Is that a ghost? Is that a ghost?
Wait. We've got to find the cat's eye. Look at the cat and the cat eye. So,
Is this a ghost?
yes.
It's a ghost.
But we have the candy corn. And we have the cauldron.
I love it so much.
The cauldron is a bead that has a rim on it that I put another bead into so that you got the boiling stuff. And so it matches the cauldron charm. And let me see if we can find a special one, like the eyeball.
You made an eyeball.
Let me see if we can get this to sit straight. I made an eyeball.
I love it so much.
I made a Grim Reaper face.
It looks like it. Oh my god. You're so creative.
Just all the
So
things,
cool.
right? And I made a foot. Made a foot.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, yes.
I need to keep
There
my hands
are-
to myself till you give it to me.
I'm trying to show you all the specialty ones.
You were so excited.
So, yes, oh, and the hatchet.
I love you so much. oh, I love you so much.
I put it onto an oil slick lobster claw, and oh, you didn't see the skeleton.
He's
Oh, Sarah, and here's another one. There's a bat and another bat.
My head hurts. I'm laughing too hard.
So, this is Sarah's Halloween bangle. She's gonna have to look through every single one of them to find out what I did, because they are all specific. Oh, I did show you that one. Wait, they are all specific. They are all specific to the charm that is hanging at the bottom of it. And it is a nice and chunky one that she can enjoy for the rest of her life. I told you it was going to be the grand finale.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
You're going to have to look later. You have to show your things now.
I love it so much. Oh my god. How chunky it is. Oh my god.
Jingle, jingle. That's what her friend said when she got hers. She saw the Christmas tree, she saw the stuff,
the stuff.
and then she would shake it and say, jingle, jingle.
I love it so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I had such a bad day yesterday. Oh my god, I needed that. Thank you.
And now when you get together with your best friend, you can
jingle jingle.
yeah, you can look at each other's because she hasn't seen yours yet.
No.
So what have you been working on?
Okay. So, I need a second. I'm emotional. I appreciate that so much. It's so healing. So healing. So, I love pixel art. In the past, I've done pixel art using, I think I've done it with granny squares. I've done it with just stitch by stitch. I've done it by perler beads. This time I've taken into the wild, wild west of just looking up one thing and being absorbed into another thing. As we all do. Maybe. Hopefully you sympathize, because I've done plastic canvas in the past, but that was a long time ago, and I did it with my mom, and it was something that we got from my great grandma, and it was a great hobby. I loved it, and it's not like there's anything wrong with it, but it felt very limited in the scope of the way that I was introduced to it. You were supposed to do it in a very specific way, just because when you looked at patterns for it, it was just very cut and dry. This is what you did at the time in which I was doing it. I'm not saying that there weren't people that were taking it other places, but my mind wasn't thinking of all the possibilities at the time. I thought of it as almost like a paint by color with yarn.
Yeah.
It is kind of how I interpreted it. So it was like I always had to do an image. I always had to do it a very specific way. I didn't think of it as a three-dimensional or it to be something that could be created into a functional piece later on. So now I've taken the time to understand that, and part of that came from the fact that when I was I kind of was like perusing my FYP. I think it might have been on Facebook. I have a lot of creative stuff on all of my platforms, but I saw someone taking plastic canvas and using it as a solid like structure base for a bag, and I thought that that was really cool, and I saw it in this very specific way, the way that they were doing it, and I thought that that was like, okay, I probably could do that. Turn around, I go to Pinterest, which, you know, it is my downfall. It is where I will, you know, someday reach a bottomless pit and never be seen again. And in so doing, I found this very specific style of plastic canvas bag. Now, when I say my jaw hit the floor, I was just like, this is me. How did I never know this existed? Because this is very much like my generation version of being able to make a bag as a meme, but not just a meme, but like moments and times and pockets and times that make up what has created you based off of stories, based off of culture, based off of art. It almost is like a charm bracelet bag, because you're creating, you're collecting these things that are matter to you, but you're making small pictures and then you're assembling it. And I will explain. So some people, I can't remember what they call these bags. I will have that name next week. But just for show, so far I have blocked out 6 squares. And this is going to be one side of my bag. Now, I've done a Barbie logo. I've done a Doctor Who. This is specifically supposed to represent the 9th Doctor. And it is a night sky, but my husband was like, this obviously, because it's pixelated art, was like, does that look like Castlevania to you? And honestly, I was so grateful for the reference, because I love that game. And so I was like, yes, it's Castlevania sky. That's definitely what I was going for. But I have 3 more already picked out. I just have not assembled them yet to put in the squares. As you can see up here, I've already started doing a pattern. I've marked out how thick I want the bottom of the structure of the bag to be, and I'm doing checkered board on all my ends, because anyone who knows me knows I love good solid checkerboard pattern, black and white, love it. So I was measuring and I figured out what I wanted to do, and I started that. I love this. I love this version of self-expression. I love that I can make a bag that I can assemble. I can have what I want on there. Right. I can make it how I want on the inside. I will take my time. And this is going to be something I'm never going to get rid of.
Right.
This is me. This is something for me.
That you made.
That represents different cultural, social, entertainment-wise, things that spark my love of living. These are things that give me so much life and freedom and escape, that I just was like, well, yeah, So I'm very excited to see how this turns out. But in doing so, of course there's more rabbit holes, right? And of course we go deeper into the chaos, because how can we not? The children in my house, because I also have another family living in my house right now, saw me doing this, and they're like, "This is awesome. What is this?" And I said, "Well, this is a plastic canvas, and then you can sew into all the holes and kind of create pictures." And they're like, and the oldest one, my oldest is about to turn 7. Then I have a 5-year-old. The oldest in the other family is 9, and she's just like, "You haven't taught me that yet?" She's just so blunt. She's like, "You haven't taught me this yet?" Okay, well, I want to learn this. And I was like, okay, I mean, sure, why not? And she goes see her dad one week, sees her, and then her mom lives with us, so sees her dad. She said when she came back, she wanted me to have a kit ready already. And I was like, okay. I told her to find some things that she wanted to create, and I told her mom to look up pixel art and to just kind of look up things. And she's decided on several of them, but the one thing that I thought would be the simplest one was the flower. So I've taken the time, I went to the store and I picked up darning needles that I felt would be good enough, that would pass through the plastic canvas, that would be dull enough that doesn't hurt their fingers, and it would be strong enough for their grip, because plastic ones are going to break. I've broken them too many times. So I got those. They're literally called plastic canvas needles. So
really? Wow.
Yeah.
How cool.
So I got that, right? And there's 3 of the same size, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a very specific size of plastic canvas. I'm going to put a needle into each bag. And then what I'm going to do is I will likely, because how I've been mapping out my pictures, because I got a graphic composition book, and I've been figuring out how I'm going to place everything like this. And so my plan is I will make the pattern that they're going to follow, and then we're going to go through it together. And, I'm not thinking perfection. I think the 9-year-old is going to seek perfection the most. Not that my 7-year-old won't, but I'm going to try to stay as relaxed with some of theirs, because the last thing I need is for them to freak out. I might even, because my plastic canvas is white, because they do come in different colors, I do have white. What I probably will do is I'll take a Sharpie to the younger ones, and I'll actually draw out the pattern so that they can just, and I'm not going to make them do every single stitch. They can just go to that line, no matter how far it is, and just kind of fill it in, figure it out.
That works too.
And we'll make a dangle, or they'll make it, and we'll figure out how they want to do it. I have adhesive back magnets that they can make them a magnet and put them on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I got enough stuff where it could be made into a keychain, because I can sew a fabric onto the back so that the ugly side is protected, and then they can have it as a keychain. I will figure out how they're going to do it. But yeah, so I'm doing that this weekend, because of course, as soon as I start something, all the kids in my house are like, we're doing that. Oh, and the 9-year-old said, hey, so I haven't picked up my crochet that you taught me for a while. I want to figure that out again. So when I'm at my dad's, I'm picking up all my crochet stuff, and I am going to have you teach me again. So yes, be prepared. And I was like, yeah, because for sure, this is what I'm here for. This is my purpose in life. I love it. I love it.
To teach creativity is a great deal.
Oh yeah, and I have no problem. I just like how blunt she is.
Yeah.
I love her for it. She really has zero filter. She just says it.
And that's okay.
And she doesn't mean it meanly. She doesn't come across, she's not trying to be rude. She's just, this is what we're going to do.
She wants to learn.
She comes by it honestly. Her parents are very blunt people too. Anyway, the composition books has been a great place for me to kind of figure things out before I get to the plastic canvas. It gives me the opportunity to figure out how I want to do it. I'm very excited about all this because here's the thing. You have this stuff, right? You have the plastic canvas, but it can go smaller, such as cross stitch. And of course I couldn't go small. I was at Walmart and I was just thinking, okay, I'll just get like a basic pack of thread. And I thought, okay, it'll be fine. Like just a basic pack of thread. I'll see if I can do what I'm trying to attempt to do here. And then I saw all the colors. And I saw it and I was like, well, sure, why not? And then I saw the case and I was like, sure. They didn't have any paper bobbins that would allow all that thread to be wound and then put into the case. So I took some of my plastic canvas and I trimmed it into the proper shape, and I then wound every single one of these threads by hand. And like I said, I didn't go small. This is the front, which is like, oh, that's a lot of colors. No, this is how many I have. That was just the top where I layered them. This is how many color variations was in just this pack that I just grabbed. That was like $13. And I grabbed another one that had some very specific solid like shades that I put in that were like, it's like $5. So then I just took the time for 2 days. I spent my effort on this and my thumb was so sore from cutting and winding. Oh, but yeah. I got that.
So beautiful.
It is. It's so it's coloring but with yarn.
She's done this for years. This is how she describes even doing crochet.
And so I do have cross stitch like material, and I did buy extra hoops for the embroidery hoops for that, but I did find some of my old ones and I chose to do these ones instead. The extra hoops that I bought were only $5 and they came in different variety and sizes that I likely will eventually need, so they're still a good investment. But these ones, I really like their shape. I like the shape, because the reason why I want them small is because I saw some people on Pinterest, of course, that were making cross stitch and then they were making them into magnets, like I said, or making them into keychains. Hello, that's my goal in life. Everything has to be something small that you can put on your purse. That's literally what we do.
Yeah.
That or pillows. Or toys. Anyway.
Practical small stuff.
Practical small stuff. So I got this, and like I said, I can make any picture I want in this, this grid, and then do it on here.
Looks like an eyeball.
It does kind of look like an eyeball, doesn't it? And so I'm gonna see about that. I wanted to start it yesterday. I wanted to just attempt something small. I do want to keep going on this, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to collect all the colors I need for all the things that I want for these. And I'm trying to be good about making sure that I'm finding stuff in my house if I can. Some of the colors I already had to pick up at the store, which granted were not terribly expensive, but it's one of those, like, I'm really trying to use what I have already, and so I'm trying to take my time. And this is something I definitely want. Like, this is going to be a project I finish. I know that because, I have purses, of course, but there's a level of like, this is handmade, and I'm going to be very proud of this.
Yes.
And I don't mean like a negative form of pride. This is going to be something that I don't see myself never not using. I might I might change out to some of my other purses I already have, but this is something that's going to be in my collection till the day I die.
Yeah.
This is a me thing.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm so excited. But the idea that I can make keychains for it, the idea I can make pins for it, because pins would be put on it. And yes, I talk about pins because my fabric purse that I have right now, the yarn pins I picked up from Joann's as they were closing, are on my bag. So it's one of those things where it's like, I could put pins on the side with the checkered parts. I could, oh my gosh, there's so many options. I love this stuff so much. And it inspires me and it gives me so much joy. And, it involves coloring because I have to color in this stuff. And then it's just a work in progress, right? But where this all came from, like I said, was I was looking up how to create a bag. And the reason why I was trying to figure out how to create a bag very specifically was because of someone's birthday. And I saw a person who had the kissing clasp. It's, here, maybe I should. Just a second. I know I'm off screen. But this is from my purse. So like these,
old-fashioned pocketbooks
or
like change purses.
This is called a kissing clasp because they come together and they're kissing. You can get big ones for purses, right? And I was trying to, because I saw someone who had made one where the whole entire thing was blue and it had the face stitch on it with the ears coming out the sides, but it was a kiss clasp one. And I bought one. This thing is really pretty. It's honestly
it's very ornate.
Yes, it's very ornate patterns. It's really cool, and I'm really excited to use it to create this bag for my daughter. But I saw people take stuff like this with plastic canvas and kind of create a structure to be able to wrap around, and that way it's a little bit sturdier. It's not just weighed down by the stuff that's inside. There's a structure to it. And that's where all this started from, was I saw something like that, then I saw the idea, and then I was like, okay, well, that's where I'm going with this, and then I saw this, and this is where I'm at. I went from, okay, well, now I have to buy this, to, oh, well, that requires this to be able to make it work, to, oh, well, it could go smaller. Mom, it could go smaller, so I had to buy all of this and get this all set, to I need colored pencils, which I took from my daughter's room, by the way, to I had and I'm not trying to promote excess or overconsumption or anything, but this sparked so much joy in my life. This will be used. This will be explored. This will calm me down. This is a way that I express my love for art. This is how I do it.
We grow and we evolve as we hit our our next artistic pursuit.
Yep. And so I'm just excited to see what this all leads, because I saw some ideas that I think will make good Christmas presents. And last week I said that there was some things I am planning to do that will be a little bit more regular things on this show, on our channel. Some of them are crocheted appliques, so they're kind of like a crocheted patch, like a 3D image that's 2D, that is flattened, that you can just kind of put on items as you need. I've always seen them on Pinterest. I've always loved them, but I always felt like I had to have a purpose. I've decided that I just want to make them, and as I make them, I'm going to put them in a bucket, and then when I need them, I can pull out patches and put them on things that I want to put them on. I want to make these cross-stitch things for the heck of it, and make a whole bunch of magnets and a whole bunch of keychains that when I want to give a gift, or when I'm inspired, or when this might suit a need, right, just spark joy, or how have you, I will have it.
Yeah.
I will have it. I am not required to always have a purpose to be inspired. And I need to start letting myself be able to enjoy it and be able to see what it gives me and what it will produce. And I think it will be fun.
Yes.
And I think I will enjoy where it takes me if I just give it the chance to just flow.
Yes.
So, of course, there's things that I have to keep up with. Of course, there's things that I want to still maintain and do, but it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy the flow of creativity that is this process.
Yes.
So,
Isn't that lovely? And right along with it, our quote for today is, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." And that was said by John Keats. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. I think that speaks for itself.
it's perfect.
Yes.
Like I said, it's just beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Art, therefore, falls under that category.
Yes.
We are in this idea that just because this doesn't mean anything to anybody else doesn't mean that to me this is not the perfect thing.
Yeah.
It's such a version of self-expression. It is the love that goes into what we do, and not everyone cares about the dangles, or not everyone cares about all the work that we do, but this is our footprint in the sand of time that we are sharing with the world, not just with you guys on the internet, but just in our own personal lives. People who know us are going to be touched by us in this way because we choose to create.
Yes.
And we love what it gives us, and we hope that it gives you, as always. So,
we hope that you like this video, that you will comment and tell us what you're working on.
Yes.
That you will share with your friends, and that you will subscribe if you haven't already.
yes. And until next time, we hope that you get all your projects and whips done, that you enjoyed yourself, and that you stitch your way
To mental health.